victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Spartans will boot it away to start the game. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Coming after him. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Rudolph. Caught. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So often, Michigan State is the other team in terms of attention, but boy, when they blew out the Wolverines last year, they just soaked it all in.
And it made it that much sweeter, no doubt about it. They've been talking about this the entire year long. Not just did we win, but we embarrassed you, and we did it on national TV a year ago, and we're going to try to do it again today.
And they don't want to be a once-in-a-while winning squad.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And the ball is picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the left side. Runs through a tackle. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll take another shot here. Fires into traffic, picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Rudolph. Got his man quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple weeks.
It's caught downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, looking again to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Wolves down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Looking to throw, it's Rudolph. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going up top. And he reels it in inside the 30. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll run the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looks as if he's going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quarterback now breaking the field. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Bowling Green. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Ball in the air, intercepted! intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Back to throw, it's Rudolph. Using his feet to buy time. He'll get rid of it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just fine. Settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside of the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Spartans.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
And he tacks on the extra point. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, he's looking downfield. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in on the left. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Rudolph. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop them.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sparty. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kidd Brewer Stadium. one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Georgia State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From the gun, the ground game. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Back to pass, it's Rudolph. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Sparty has stretched out this lead, guys, and they can almost taste showing off that Paul Bunyan trophy.
And imagine the Spartan fans right now just going bananas. Go green, go white. Talking about Michigan all year long. They win so many games. Poor old Michigan State. And what are they doing? Taking care of business.
Yeah, no doubt. They're the school here in state that's usually playing with a chip on their shoulder. They don't recruit as well as Michigan. Michigan's had more success in conference play in recent years, but Michigan State showed up. They look like the big brother in this game.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
This defensive line has got to do a better job getting pressure on the opposing quarterback. You cannot allow this QB to scan the entire field and have all day to throw. Look, I know this quarterback's good, but this defense right now is making him look like the Heisman winner.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. The Wolverines want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Okay, ready?
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback will audible.
Moves. Gorilla. Acorn.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Black 24. Black 24. Hornet. Hornet. Gaucho.
On on third down going up top. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack.
Michigan State 27, Michigan 7.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Dropping back, it's Rudolph. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Lets it fly. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute...
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains.
Squirrel, squirrel.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Rudolph. Makes the pass. It's complete. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up.
Canton Hill University, 14.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Spartans! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the hat trick? Like adding insult to injury. You got him in passing situation. You know what's coming. All I'm doing right now is trying to pad my stats and get those sacks.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They'll line up for a second down play. A hand to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's Frazier. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Running for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach.
Time to take a shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. And next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Now on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.